Hey guys, welcome back to Coral Kitchen. My name is Ethan Wynn, and today I will be joined by...
Hi, I'm Colin Alexander, and I'm not allowed within 500 feet of a school zone.
He's a registered sex offender. Also joining me is...
Howdy, I'm Nathan Boyd, professional dough roller.
And...
And I'm Alex, the haunted coconut demon.
At random times I try to write No, stop.
For this recipe, you'll need 1 solid ocean bed, 1 landmass. Now the first one we'll be doing is the fringe reef. The landmass is going to be an island or a continent for this one. No previously existing reefs or anything like that. Today we have an island, but like I said before, a continent can be used. It'll just be on a lot larger of a scale. Unfortunately, all we have is a ocean floor today. We also need warm water. Now this water has to be just the right temperature. What temperature that is depends on your region. But if it is too cold, the coral will not grow. And if it is too warm, the coral will bleach itself. We'll get into that later when we discuss how to not cook coral. Cool. And last but not least, arguably the most important part, the coral. Now, these little larvae, or free-floating coral as they're called, are what's going to grow the coral. Without them, there'd be no reef. So they're pretty important. All right. So, what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to wait for the coral to attach itself to the landmass. Now, the fringe reefs are usually very close to the landmass, as in like a meter off the shore. So, usually, you're going to place them near the landmass, wait for them to attach. You like that, don't you? Place them in the coral maker and wait about 10,000 to 15,000 years.
Zoo-wee mama, it's halfway through the process, looking nice. The orange pieces of the coral, we got a nice little landmass going. It's going good.
So has it fully attached yet?
No, not yet. It's getting there though.
It's getting there? Yeah,
It's getting there.
You can kind of see how it's just really close to the island.
Yes, it is.
That's important. You don't want it too far out or it's not going to settle correctly. And it might be too warm. Now, when coral is too warm,
It bleaches, right?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Of course it bleaches.
Duh.
alright, so you don't want that to happen.
No, stop. Hey, wow-wee, it's fully done. As you can see, it's not fully attached, and it's 1 meter off the coast. Perfect.
So it's been how long now?
15,000 years.
That's about as long as it takes, doesn't it? Yeah, it normally takes about 10 to 15,000 years when I
Do
make
my
fringe
curl.
reefs.
It's true. It's the only way.
Yeah, well, that looks about good. I'd say it's ready to take out. Looking good.
Hey guys, we're back in Coral Kitchen. Today, we're going to be making a barrier reef. Now, to do this, we've already added in our ocean floor, our warm water, and our landmass. So all that is missing now from this reef is just some coral larvae or free-swimming coral. So once the coral arrives, they're gonna take nest off the coast about a mile, and they're just going to slowly continue to build up their habitat and eventually create a barrier reef. So let's put this in the coral maker and move Alex. And we're going to see what happens in about 5,000 years, 10,000 years.
15,000 years.
Oh yeah, that's when it'll be done. We're gonna
Yeah,
check
that's
it.
when it'll be fully done.
Yeah, we're gonna check in about halfway.
Catch you on the flip side.
Excuse me, Ben, no scar.
Alright, it's been about 5,000 years. We're just gonna check on it. Wowzers. Look at that. Alright, you can see it's really starting to take shape. You can see that the coral are sort of about a mile off the coast if you measure that. They're starting to cling on. They're starting to form almost like a cluster. Now, if you take notice, the land this time is not directly influencing it, but there's still, if you take a look down here, they're still pretty close to the land. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How long has that been in there?
About 10,000 years.
Oh, well, that's ready to go. Take a look at it. I'm sorry. Well, you see, this time it's fully formed. It's not quite as long as the French reefs have a tendency to be, but it's about a mile off the coast. A lot farther out, and it's a lot wider, too. French reefs are usually only like 3 meters wide. These ones have the tendency to span for like almost a mile. And yeah, you can see it's fully formed, fully attached, not going anywhere. Just make sure that the water stays nice and moderate. Too warm, like I said, it'll bleach it, and too cold, well, that's too bad.
What's up, guys? Glad to see your face again, and welcome back to Coral Kitchen. Today, we're going to be making the atoll. This is going to be our dessert. We've already had the meatloaf, and we've already had the French kebabs, but this will be the dessert. So what you're going to need is a nice, healthy wad of volcanic activity. You're going to put this in the center, and when you do that, little by little, polyps of coral will begin to form. These will be the same coral as before. Colin, if you do me a solid. Now this one actually doesn't require landmass, but the coral usually gets so big that it can make its own landmass. Alright, that should be enough coral. Into the Studebaker it goes.
Get out the way, Alex. Thanos car.
Thanos car.
Hey guys, we're back. It's been about 5,000 years, and we're gonna go check on our reef. So we got the volcanic activity seems to have spread a little bit, getting a little bit warmer, and then our coral has actually made little clusters right there, there, and there. So let's leave it in there for another 10,000 years, and then it'll be perfectly fine. And I'll be back. Hey guys, we're back. It's been another
Hey, you forgot
10,000
some.
years. And
Thanks, bud!
No problem.
And right here we have the atoll, which is fully formed now around the increasing volcanic activity. It's formed an entire circle, and this water has likely been separated from the exterior water for a very long time, as it's now built up so high that water doesn't even go over when it's high tide. So yeah, this is a very old reef now. Very productive reef.
And so they all went on their separate ways, all to become professionals in their industries. Ethan, he went on to become an elite microwave technician. Nathan, he went on to become an elite dough roller. And Colin, he became a professional sex offender. As for me, I left the shell of my coconut and went on to possess something that is more suiting, like a spoon or a walnut.